Hey there, it's Sony. This is a general reading for Capricorn, February 2022. In this reading, we will be taking a look at the vibe you're stepping out of, the vibe you're tapping into, the challenge you'll face along the way, where to focus your strength, and what you will gain from this transition. I'll also be pulling a couple of oracle cards to show you the inner knowledge that will be guiding you and what you can work on manifesting this month. So, Capricorn, we will start off by pulling a card to represent the vibe you are stepping out of. So let's see. We have the Three of Wands, the vibe you're tapping into, Ace of Swords, pull these down, the challenge along the way, Five of Pentacles, where to focus your strength, Six of Pentacles, what you'll gain in the transition, Nine of Wands. And the bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. So bottom of the deck I use as kind of the influencing energy of the reading or the overall lesson. Sometimes if there's ambiguity in some of the clarification, I will look at the card at the bottom of the deck there. So Queen of Cups I see as a nurturing, compassionate energy that really is an emotional person, and that can be on the light side of the card, full of love and cheer and joy. On the darker side of the card, it could be upset, manipulation. But what I'm seeing here is really you're stepping out of the Three of Wands, where kind of preparing for making a step towards success and branching out, and tapping into the Ace of Swords, of more of a clarity of what you want, or possibly this could, depending on the clarifier cards, have to do with going back to school. Challenge along the way, Five of Pentacles. This could be a challenge in terms of monetary resources, an actual challenge in terms of not having enough of resources of what you want in life. It also could be seen as how you're viewing the situation, kind of looking at things in a way that is kind of more hopeless than the reality is. In terms of where to focus your strength, you have the Six of Pentacles here. It really is, I see the Six of Pentacles is taking a situation of inequality and putting some harmony and balance into it. Can be a sign of charity. If this is someone who is looking to go back to school and not having the funds for it, maybe it could be focus on getting financial aid. And what you'll gain out of this, you have the Nine of Wands. And this is basically a person that is kind of prepared to take on any fight. And even though it might be that there is, kind of tiredness, kind of feeling that you've been doing this so long, we'll take a look at the clarifier cards, but it can be that you're pretty much preparing for this your whole life, and you're almost there. So we'll take a look at what we have for Capricorn. Okay, we'll clarify the Three of Wands here. The vibe you're stepping out of, you have the Nine of Swords, which can indicate stress, anxiety. It could affect your mental health if you're staying up at night, not able to sleep. But then you also have this Nine of Pentacles, which is kind of enjoying the rewards of your work and some kind of independence there. I'm going to pull one more card here to further clarify it. If I look at the Queen of Cups and how I would resolve it, doesn't quite get me where I'm trying to go with this. So I'm going to pull one more clarifier card. You have the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm going to assume that what I'm seeing so far is not necessarily a love reading. It kind of has to do with maybe self-improvement. Kind of, you have been kind of wanting something a little bit more, something outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you've dabbled in it a bit. You're feeling a little stressed about not getting the kind of feedback that you're envisioning, or maybe not getting the type of validation that you had for other things that you've done in the past, and really feeling that you almost have to start over again as an apprentice, learning the ropes type of thing. So let's take a look at the Ace of Swords, clarify that as the vibe you are tapping into. You have the King of Cups here. On the bottom of the deck you have the Three of Wands again. So here, if you are tapping into some clarity here with the swords, it could be communications. And with the King of Cups, this could be like creativity and wanting to explore more of the creative side of yourself. I'm actually wondering if that is you, Capricorn, or if that is kind of someone else influencing the situation. So I'm going to clarify the King of Cups here. What more should you know about this King of Cups here? It's kind of the Knight of Swords. So to me, it could be that the King of Cups is a person that is having some kind of influence over this vibe you're stepping out of, and could have to do with this Nine of Swords here and the stress and anxiety here that you have. So let's go over to the challenge that you'll face along the way at the Five of Pentacles, clarifying. Got the Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is an energy of being grounded, being compassionate, and connected to their environment. Also kind of managing resources well. So let me get the bottom of the deck here. You have the Nine of Cups. So Queen of Pentacles and Nine of Cups with the Five of Pentacles throwing me off a bit here, but it could be that honestly this Five of Pentacles is not necessarily a lack in terms of what you need, but what you want, what you feel you want. Perhaps you have this vision of yourself living this glamorous, glorious life, and you're not there yet. And so that's kind of where this could be. And in terms of the bottom of the deck being the Queen of Cups here, kind of getting a sense there's a decent amount of court cards, and really these are kind of needing to step into a more mature energy, and needing to really know the difference between fantasy and reality, and using your life experience and I guess realistic goals to figure out where you are and where you need to go. So let me clarify the Six of Pentacles there in terms of where to focus your strengths. You have the High Priestess and you have the Sun. So these are two major arcana cards that have to do with a kind of like an inner knowing influenced by the moon, and kind of like an external joy, enlightenment, revealing of the sun energy here. And it seems to me with the Six of Pentacles, you just have to kind of balance those. The things that are kind of secret and private, you need to know when to keep those secret and private, and when you need to expose certain things. That's kind of heavy, pretty heavy cards right there. At least that's the way they're vibing for me. And I think it's the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. They really do have kind of a similar energy of tapping into intuition. And there's a lot of nines where there's kind of like an acknowledgement of where you are in life and needing to know what's true, what's the truth, and what's your inner knowledge of truth, and what's like truth to others and exposed. I know it's sounding weird, but this is to me, it's kind of a weird kind of reading, but maybe the oracle cards will provide further insight. And we still have the Nine of Wands and what you will gain in this transition. Let's clarify that. you have the Three of Cups. It's kind of like a celebration. And then you have the Twins, which is a traditional like lover's card. So in those, it seems like it could be that you're feeling you should be in this area of just kind of gliding through life and being the place that you feel you should be, but you're either seeing yourself struggle or you are actually struggling, and you're thinking everything should just be kind of fun and should just be easy. But really, that's not necessarily the way things go. I think we're kind of ending up where this is more of like the lesson of needing to tap into the Queen of Cups energy. It's not necessarily male or female or specific gender, but it's an energy of receiving and embracing, receiving love, self-care, and I think the danger of the Queen of Cups is queens correspond to the element of water, and so do cups. So if you're just got water of water, it's water squared right here. So you're immersed in emotion. I think it's good when you are, needing comfort, but when you are not really seeing the truth, when everything is kind of like hidden from you, hidden from view, and what others can see in the light of day don't really match up. It could be that you really need to kind of nourish yourself and take care of yourself, and there is still more to do. There's always more to do. I don't think that partying and champagne and love just floating down all over you, I think that's just in music videos. I think life, there's actually the next day and the next day and the next day, and the best you can do is live based on decisions you make from the heart and make for your best and highest good. So, interestingly, the clarifying energy, the bottom of the deck for the clarifying cards here is the Three of Swords. So it could be that there's some disappointment that you've had, like I said, in where you have been or where you thought you would be in life, going to be in life, but really, if you kind of look at things clearly and recognize that there's more work to do and that your perceptions of what you should and shouldn't have aren't really necessarily the way you should look at things, but you should look at things from a point of self-care and self-love. That's probably the better way to go. Take a look at the inner knowledge that is going to be guiding you this month here at Capricorn. And we have Frog Spirit Renewal. So what I can recall from the guidebook about this, I thought it was really interesting, is they talk about different cultures and how they view frogs. They kind of see it as like good luck. They see it as kind of opportunities for birth and riches. But they also talked about the different stages that the frog goes through. There's like the egg, then it's the tadpoles, and then these jumping frogs. So this renewal aspect is kind of saying that there is always a next stage. There's always a next until the frog no longer exists. So this is kind of transition time for you here, Capricorn, and there is renewal, so keep that in mind. And what you can work on manifesting this month is boundaries. So that comes with expectations of yourself, expectations that others have of you. Trying to figure out what our own boundaries are can be difficult, but being able to kind of tap into your feelings, have some self-care, pay attention to yourself, you can figure out what your boundaries are and see in reality what you need to feel secure, to feel safe, to have the life that you have earned to live, and not just live on your own, feeling that you need to fight for everything you have, but one day actually enjoying, celebrating life with others that you love, that you trust, and it's a process to get there. So I hope that this has given you some good perspective, and we'll see you next time.